Good evening, I'm Jack McGaw. And tonight we'll talk with that nagging wife whose husband has been jailed for spying. We'll examine the bilingualism battles in Moncton, New Brunswick, and delve into the war between dentists and denturists. But first, in case you haven't heard, Howard Hughes is in Vancouver, and that could be the biggest non-story of the year.
My fast-feathered friend, the Roadrunner. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Well, sir, I guess you have a billionaire's hotel in Vancouver now.
Well, really, we're still trying to come out from under the shock of this. However, gee, it's been an interesting experience to have such a guest as Mr. Hughes here.
Oh,
or allegedly, alleged guest, I should say.
Oh, it's been confirmed.
Is it? Oh, very well.
Beep, beep.
Are we allowed to go upstairs?
No, sir. You're not allowed on the 19th floor either.
Of course, everybody had to try to get upstairs, all 50 of us from Canadian and U.S. media. But we knew our place, and so we joined the crowd and chatted about the journalistic obscenity we were all a part of. I befriended Vern Scott of UPI Los Angeles, who was one of the newsmen chosen for the telephone interview with Hughes following the Irving affair. So you've talked to him on the phone at some length.
That's right. We talked to him for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and for a man who's been known for being quiet, we couldn't shut him up. He talked and talked and talked about how he built various airplanes and about how put upon he was by some of his enemies and the fact that he dare not be seen in public for fear of spending the rest of his life in court. I think if he came out and did a 2-hour movie, an expose of himself, everybody would be disappointed because he couldn't possibly live up to the image he's created.
What kind of a man is he? You must know his psyche. You must be able to predict to some degree the kinds of things he would do under certain circumstances.
I think he's a genuine eccentric. I did a story that hasn't been published yet, talking to 7 or 8 of the women in Hollywood he squired around before he eventually married Jean Peters. And each of them praised him a great deal as a very generous man, a very kind man, a thoughtful man. But he did have eccentricities. One time he was playing golf with Paulette Goddard, and he used to give her a stroke a hole until one day she beat him. But he never played golf with her again, and he was dating her regularly. And another time he flew Terry Moore to the Grand Canyon in his own private Constellation, a huge airplane, just the two of them in the cockpit. They landed there and they found out they only had 40 cents between the two of them for lunch. So all they had was a sandwich, and then they had to get back in the plane and fly right back to Los Angeles. And I think he's just a genuine eccentric.
All we did is we got binoculars, high-power binoculars, a high-power telescope, and we saw him through the window. Like one of the guys was looking through it, and he says, yeah, has he got a mustache? Is he dressed in a suit? And he said, yeah, this picture says he has, old picture made from Star Weekly magazine. That's him, Take a look. Everybody took a look. So he's pretty
exciting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Jack, this is for you. You better run.
Apparently you've had quite a few phone calls today from all over North America.
They've been coming in from all over the place. I think I've been the most celebrated hotline interviewee of the day.
You're becoming as much of a star as Howard Hughes.
That's right. Everybody's been saying, I want to talk to Howard Hughes, and I'd have to say, well, he's not here. Well, I do,
What kinds of phone calls have you had? You've had some unusual ones, apparently.
Well, we had a butcher from Spruce Grove, Alberta, who called in to say that he had some of the finest Alberta beef, and that if we really wanted to treat Mr. Hughes right, then just let him know, and he'd be happy to send this out by Air Express.
Bye,
At our expense, of course.
What sort of thing are you getting?
Oh, I don't know. There's not much of a story for Hughes. I think the story now is what the reporters are doing to try to get to Hughes.
This has got the local angle because there's been a lot of other nights when I haven't interviewed Howard Hughes either, but this was the night I didn't interview him in Vancouver.
Any unusual things happen while you've been here?
No.
I can't find him.
Beep, beep.
Chasing shadows in the West.